Alright, before you start cooking, make sure you grab your hair. So make sure it does, so it doesn't make so you make sure it doesn't get into any of the food. So he's gonna show us how to do it. So you just grab it, grab a rubber band, and put it together. You're gonna also have to put on an apron or one of the jackets we have for the kitchen. Also, you're gonna so you're also gonna have to take off your bracelets so it doesn't get in between you when you're cooking. So if you can't take it off like his right there, the red one, you can like roll it up and like get it stuck into you so it doesn't bother you when you're cooking or cutting something. You're also gonna have to wash your hands. So you're gonna put a little soap. And when you're washing it, make sure you like go over the hand also, like also wash this part of the hand. So like that. And just to make it even cleaner, you just make sure you use a paper towel, or using a rag will be easier, but there's a chance that some bacteria will stay into it. So it's safer to use a paper towel. Alright, to also avoid messes like that, before you start cooking, you're gonna make sure you're gonna clot up the sink. So to do that, you're gonna grab one of these, put it into this part, and make sure you use hot water with soap. And just to make it easier, you can use this. So once you have like some water in it, you're gonna put your dirty dishes into it, so you don't have a mess like the other kitchen. So for the recipe, we're gonna need the oven at 325 degrees. So we're gonna set it up and leave it like that. Let it preheat, and then we'll put the rest of the cheesecake in it. Alright, for your first part of the mise en place, that will be for your crust. You need the crumb crust, which will be a cup and a half. Your butter, which is 7 tablespoons of butter, melted butter. Your brown sugar, which is a tablespoon of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of sugar. For your second part, which is going to be the inside of the cheesecake, it will be 4 blocks of cream cheese, or it's going to be 32 ounces, which is better to pick this one than the normal like packaged one, which will be in a cup. You're also going to have your 8 teaspoons of salt, a cup of sugar, 4 eggs at room temperature, your sour cream also at room temperature, and it will be a tablespoon and a half of vanilla extract. Okay, to get the cracker crumbs for the crust, one thing you could do if you don't have the blender to do it, you can crush it with your hands. You just put it in a zip bag, so like this. Alright, for your crust, like I said, you're gonna need your butter, which you're gonna have to mix it until it's all chunked up together, and you can see anything left, so like kind of batter. Alright, you add the salt, then mix it also again. Then finally you add your brown sugar, also mix it as the other things. Alright, now that you have it all mixed, you're gonna dump it into your baking cup. That's it. Alright, now that you have it all in, you're gonna, with a spoon, start putting it all together. So once you're baking, it doesn't have any cracks onto the crust. You're gonna also grab it and put a little bit on the side so it's all firm once you bake it and are done with it. So it's gonna end up looking like this, all around the corners, like with no any cracks on it. There. Alright, before you start mixing it, make sure this is not placed on top of the stove, because there could be a chance that it's hot and this will become hot also. Also make sure you set it right in place. So to set it right in place, you have to get one hook here, get a hook on the other side, and back here, you have like a little piece which has to click on it. Then, you stopped it? No. Oh, then to put the top part, you don't have to Go like this into the circle, flip it, and there, it's set and good. Alright, now we're gonna add the cream cheese. Alright, now I'm gonna add the 4 blocks of cream cheese. So I already pre-added the other 3. Alright, we're mixing the cream cheese. Make sure it's at a low speed, so around like a 2. Because if we go at a high speed, it will create bubbles and it will start making the cake to crack. So while it's mixing, make sure everything gets in there, so you can grab like a butter knife, turn it off, and push it into it. So push it in like that. You ready? Alright, so it's gonna look like this. Then after that, you're gonna have to add your sour cream. I'm not even testing it, I'm just like talking about it. And same thing, make sure you do it at a low speed. Like I said, make sure you smear it all in so it mixes right. Add your After that, you're gonna add your vanilla extract. Let it mix for a bit. So like I said, you can put it down and mix it again. Awesome. So now you add the the sugar and the 1/8 tablespoon of salt. The salt will make the flavor kick in a bit. So same thing, mix it at a low speed. Now for when you're mixing the eggs, to make it easier, what you're gonna do is to safely crack it. So you hit it with both hands, then you put this on a compost, and with that you're gonna get a fork. Get a fork and mix it a bit, so it's easier for whenever you put it into the batter. It will mix it quicker, and do it one by one. Also make sure everything mixes right. So like over here we have some sugar left, so you put it, stop it, and mix it right. Stop it. Alright, so once the mix is done, it should look like this. There will be no crumbs or anything in it. So now that there's no crumbs, make sure you take it out and just dump it in. Alright, so with the spatula you're gonna go around it and make sure you get it all smeared. Alright, so we're gonna put it in the oven. But before we put it in the oven, you're gonna grab another baking pan, like a bigger one, and put it over it, so like this. Alright, so you're gonna put your piece of baking paper. Over it. This will help you cause no like messes in case it leaks on the bottom. Then after that, you're gonna put it in the oven. Alright, so when you're opening the oven, make sure you open it and step away so all the heat goes around top and as it hits you in the face. So with gloves, with both hands, you're gonna grab the cheesecake and put it in. That, and make sure you got the right temperature, which is 325 degrees for an hour. Alright, once it's done cooking for an hour in the oven, you're gonna grab a butter knife and take the crust off the wall. Once you do that, you're gonna let it sit on top of the oven so to let it cool down. It will be better to do that because if you put it straight to the fridge, it will mess up like the taste. And after that, you just take it off. And yeah, that's it.